Man, I gotta tell you, part of me feels really bad for Doctor Who fans. I feel like Doctor Who fans are getting screwed pretty hard lately, and I see a lot of them complaining. I know Nerdrotic is a very big Doctor Who fan, or at least he was anyway. And it just goes to show that it's only going to get worse from here. It only ever gets worse because now these writers are back. And of course, I mean, look at this writer. Look at this woman. This woman is literally the embodiment of a lot of different writers that push their woke nonsense into these TV shows. This is exactly what you imagine someone to look like when you think about a woke writer. The only difference is I would probably add multicolored hair, not normal little brunette hair. But what am I talking about? Well, apparently, Loki director Kate Herron, who claimed that the series' goal was to make the character bisexual, has now landed a Doctor Who writing role. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the same person who made her mission to make Loki bisexual in the Loki series is now going to be a writer on Doctor Who. So let's get into this article, guys, from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. It says Loki director Kate Herron was recently announced as one of the writers of the upcoming Doctor Who series starring Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor. Herron's biggest claim to fame is her directional work on the first season of Loki, where she announced that her goal for the series was to acknowledge Loki as bisexual. Man, can you imagine? You take over a character like Loki, right? Like you're a freaking director for a show like Loki. Like you should be excited about that. You should be proud about that. And your entire mission for this fucking show was to make this man bisexual. That was your entire mission. That's how narrow-minded you are, that your entire mission was to make him bisexual. That is ridiculous, man. It is such a freaking low energy, low creativity way to direct a TV show. It says she posted a Twitter, "From the moment I joined Loki, it was very important to me and my goal to acknowledge that Loki was bisexual." Man, here comes the virtue signaling. Oh, there's the multicolored hair. Okay, so she did change the brunette hair. All right, so I was right. I was right. It is in part of who he is and who I am too. She stated, "I know this is a small step, but I'm happy, and my heart is so full to say that this is now canon in the MCU." Well, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta admit that when these writers, these actors, these directors, 9 times out of 10, when they come out with some LGBTQ nonsense, it's almost always bisexual. Why? Because that is the safest and easiest way to get internet clout online. Simply put, they can come out as bisexual. They will never be seen dating the same sex. They will always be seen dating the opposite sex, and they will always almost be married to the opposite sex, and yet they could get to claim to be bisexual because it makes them look good in the public eye with no evidence to back that up. So I guarantee you that Kate Herron is probably married to a man. Let me see if I can even find that if she is married. Let's see if I'm right. So I tried looking up information on who she might be dating or whatever the case may be, but it doesn't seem like I could find anything. So chances are she's probably single because she is just unbearable to be around. So it says, interestingly, Herron's comments were criticized by Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies during an appearance on a panel at the Swansea University back in August of 2021. He said Loki makes one reference to being bisexual once, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's a pansexual show." It's like one word, he said, the word print, and we're meant to go, "Thank you, Disney. Aren't you marvelous? It's a ridiculous, craven, feeble gesture towards the vital politics and the stories that should be told," Davies added. Now, I agree with that 100%. Again, this stuff, when they do this is such low effort, low hanging fruit when they do this. They only do this because it makes them look good online. It gets them those likes. It gets them those retweets, right? It gets them everything that they're looking for except for actual financial gain or viewership. Nobody cares enough if they are gay. Nobody cares enough if they are especially bisexual. Nobody cares, man. But only people who care are the ones who constantly want to make you care. And that's the difference. They get mad at you when you don't care because they care about it 24/7. They want to make these interviews, these articles, and they want to throw it in your face about, "Oh, this should be stunning and brave, so you should care." And then when you tell them you don't care, they call you a bigot. It says Harana would respond to the criticism, telling Variety, I don't disagree that there should be bigger stories being told, but I think that he has a right to his opinion. I'm very proud of what we did in this show. Russell is a hero of mine, she added, but like I've said, I hope that we did at least open the door and that more stories will come. Now that the official Doctor Who website has announced that Haran alongside Briony Redmond will be writing an episode for the upcoming Doctor Who series. In the announcement, Haran stated clearly, I can't get enough of time travel. It is an absolute honor to write for Russell and Cutie. We have so much fun and can't wait for you all to see it. Redmond also shared, as a big fan of Doctor Who and Russell T Davies, it's been a dream to write on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a fan of Doctor Who, you probably already know that it's been pretty woke, supposedly anyway, from people who watch it. I'm not a fan of Doctor Who. I'm not going to pretend like I am. But for a lot of people who do watch it, they've been saying that it's pretty damn terrible. So now that you have this woman, Kate Herron, on this show, you should be very careful. You should be very careful for what's about to happen to your TV show. It says Davies also said, this is when I absolutely love my job. Working with the stellar talents of Kate and Briony makes my whole world bigger and brighter and a lot more fun. I was a huge fan of Loki and reached out to Kate and to say so. She then introduced me to Briony and it was all systems go. They've written a wonderful script which created unique challenges for cast and crew alike. The end result is gorgeous and thrilling and scary and not like any other episode of Doctor Who, he concluded. They always say that, man. They always say that. Oh, it's not like any other episode that you've ever seen before. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They only tell you that because it's a marketing ploy. They want to make you feel as if you're watching something different. They want to make you feel as if they're not going to do the same thing they've been doing over and over and over again. Guess what? They're going to. They're going to do the same exact thing they've always been doing with a little slight twist, and that's basically it. The new Doctor Who is expected to arrive following 3 special episodes featuring David Tennant as the 14th Doctor in November. Gatwa's first episode as the Doctor is expected to arrive around Christmas. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an interesting situation. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm going to obviously be watching videos of people reacting to the Doctor Who, and I'll be curious to see what kind of influence this particular woman, Kate Herron, has in terms of the writing. I guarantee you it's going to be pretty major. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.